Welcome to our channel, where we talk about inspiring stories of businesses, startups, and the success of their founders. And our story today is about the three guys who created YouTube. These guys are Jawed Karim, Steve Chen, and Chad Hurley. The guys met and became friends at PayPal during its early years before it was acquired in 2002 by eBay. This makes them members of the so-called PayPal Mafia, which we discussed in one of our previous videos. For those who have not seen that video, PayPal Mafia is an informal association of investors and entrepreneurs who worked at PayPal before its takeover by eBay. This group shaped the face of the internet and technology for the next 20 years and made billions of dollars along the way. Going back to the founders of YouTube, following the sale of PayPal to eBay, they did not make much from it. Unlike some other members of the PayPal Mafia, like Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and Max Levchin, they were not the founders or early investors of PayPal. Hence, they did not own parts of PayPal to sell. But what they got from their years at PayPal was much more valuable. They got the experience working for a startup that quickly scaled up and made millions for its founders. They also built a network of friends to later work with to come up with their next big thing. It is interesting how the three future friends ended up at PayPal. Chad Hurley joined PayPal after graduating, primarily focusing on the user interface. Hurley is known for having designed the well-known PayPal logo. Steve Chen moved to the United States from Taiwan in 1984. Working as a programmer in PayPal, Chen was later assigned to handle the company's operations in China from 1999 to 2005. Jawed is of German Bangladeshi descent. Born in Germany in 1979, he moved to the USA in 1992. Later, he entered the University of Illinois at the Faculty of Computer Science but did not complete his studies. Karim was fascinated by the opportunity to join the creation of one of the first electronic wallets, PayPal. He developed and implemented several main components for this payment system related to the suppression of internet fraud. Following the sale of PayPal to eBay, most of the former PayPal employees went on to work at other companies or tried to open their own businesses. The founders of PayPal were also moved on with their lives and careers. Chen became one of the early employees at Facebook. Hurley stayed at the PayPal division at eBay. Karim left for Stanford University, where he pursued a master's degree in computer science. This would have continued if they were not friends. It is not 100% clear who came up with the idea of YouTube. It was during one of the meetups of friends that the idea of YouTube was born. Karim claims the role of YouTube's main creator, as it was he who came up with the idea for the project. Karim said the inspiration for YouTube first came from the Super Bowl 38 halftime show controversy when Janet Jackson's breast was briefly exposed by Justin Timberlake during the halftime show. Karim wanted to show the videos to his friends but could not easily find video clips of the incident and the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami online, which led to the idea of a video sharing site. Steve and Chad say the idea of YouTube was conceived in January 2005 while having dinner at Steve's apartment. Steve and Chad filmed each other in videos and noted that sharing photos has become easy thanks to platforms like Flickr. The future creators of YouTube could not send their friends the recordings from the party, they were too voluminous to send them by mail. Colleagues decided to start a new project, a site where you can upload videos and share them with others. As you can see, the different members of the trio tell different stories. Karim insists that the dinner party where Chen and Hurley came up with the YouTube idea never happened. Karim is adamant that the whole concept was his idea alone. It is not clear what happened between the trio at that moment. Chen and Hurley led a very public life, often seen together at events and photoshoots and seemingly continuing to be close friends. They seem to have taken all the credit for founding YouTube in public. After Karim left YouTube to study, he led an under-the-radar life, shying away from public events. Regardless of who was right, video sharing was at the heart of everything from the very beginning. Also, Hurley and Chen once told in interviews that one of the original ideas for YouTube was a video version of an online dating service with the slogan "Tune in, hook up." It was meant for users to share videos of themselves talking about the kind of partner they wanted and had been influenced by the website Hot or Not. YouTube founders even created posts on Craigslist asking attractive women to upload videos of themselves to YouTube in exchange for a $100 reward. Thankfully, that didn't work out. Difficulty in finding enough dating videos led to a change of plans, with the site's founders deciding to accept uploads of any video. The trio began work on its website on Valentine's Day 2005. This was ironic, considering that a dating site ultimately inspired it. Still, Kareem has jokingly cautioned not to read too much into this fact. Before YouTube, other services were available: Real Player, Windows Media Player, Google Video, and Share Your World. However, the process of uploading videos to them was complicated and expensive, as it required payment. To speed up the process of uploading videos and make the process easy, YouTube founders used flash video technology, which allowed them to obtain relatively good recording quality with a small amount of transmitted data. Then, the founders of YouTube decided that the application should be convenient for people with basic computer skills and not require downloading additional programs. In addition, they introduced a search function to make it easy to find what people wanted. The name of the project comes from a combination of the words "you" and "tube", which is a slang word that means TV. Hurley, Chen, and Kareem used the little money left from the sale of PayPal to eBay to fund the site's early development. The roles of the developers were distributed as follows. Javed Kareem became the main ideologist of the project and a generator of ideas. He and Steve Chen programmed and made up the future site. Chad Hurley, in turn, was involved in the design of the project. He is credited with creating the YouTube logo, its design, and its interface. Then, the project was not yet similar to what it is now, as it was a very basic website. Development went pretty quickly, and soon, the creators introduced YouTube to the world. The domain name was registered on February 14, 2005. This date is still considered the birthday of video hosting. On April 23, Kareem created his own channel called Jod and uploaded the first ever YouTube video, called "I'm at the Zoo", to the site. It was 18-second amateur footage of Javed Kareem at the San Diego Zoo. While this was the only video ever uploaded to the channel, today, the video has more than 280 million views, and the number of channel subscribers is almost 4 million people. In May, the company launched a public beta. The official history of YouTube began in November 2005, when the site was launched for a wide range of users. Already in November, a Nike ad featuring Ronaldinho became the first video to reach 1 million total views. In December 2005, the site was receiving 8 million views a day. The project has become a good means of entertainment, and, having formed its community, according to statistics from the analytical company Alexa, it quickly outstripped the MySpace social network in popularity. There is a funny story associated with the launch of YouTube. In the early stages of development, the hosting name was passed from mouth to mouth, and many remembered it as youtube.com. But this was the website of Universal Tube and Rollform Equipment, a manufacturer of pipes and tubing products that has used the domain youtube.com since 1996. However, it was visited by thousands of people every day looking for YouTube, and hence, its servers couldn't handle the traffic. It had filed a lawsuit against YouTube in November 2006 for trademark infringement, asking YouTube to change its domain name. The lawsuit was dismissed in court. However, both companies reached an agreement later, and Universal Tube and Rollform Equipment changed its domain name to YouTubeOnline.com. Almost immediately after its launch to the public, YouTube received $11.5 million in investment from Sequoia Capital. With this money, YouTube continued to improve its website, adding features such as the Best Videos page, a 5-star rating system, playlists, and subscriptions. In July 2006, the company announced that more than 65,000 new videos were being uploaded every day and that the site was receiving 100 million video views per day. In February 2006, the first advertisement for the Fox TV show Prison Break was released on the platform. Hurley delivered the first advertisement on the site with a comic apology to users: "There is not enough money to pay the plumber." By this time, the project had already collected up to 9 million unique users a day. And in April of 2006, Artis Capital Management, a San Francisco hedge fund managed by Stuart Peterson, made an $8 million investment in YouTube. The release of YouTube in wide distribution marked the beginning of its development. Such services did not exist at that time, so the site quickly began to gain popularity. Already in July 2006, its audience reached 100 million users, and the number of downloaded videos was 65,000. Around that time, Google became interested in the service due to its potential for monetization with ads. On October 9, 2006, Google acquired the platform for $1.65 billion. With the sale of YouTube to Google, YouTube's chief executive at that time, Chad Hurley, received 694,087 shares of Google and an additional 41,232 in a trust. At that time, the shares were worth more than $345 million. Of course, we don't know what the founders did with their shares at that time. But if they hadn't sold until today, these shares would be worth close to $4 billion. Stephen Chen received 625,366 shares and an additional 68,721 in a trust for more than $326 million at that time. Way back when the three friends launched YouTube, Javed worked as a consultant for YouTube. But later he decided to return to his studies. In 2004, he received a bachelor's degree in computer science. Then, he entered Stanford University and graduated with a master's degree. To be able to focus on his studies, Kareem was listed as an unofficial service consultant and not a full-fledged employee. Because of this, the entrepreneur not only received a smaller stake in the company but also remained relatively unknown to the public. Javed received over 137,000 shares worth $64 million at that time. Sequoia Capital, which had invested close to $11.5 million in YouTube between November 2005 and April 2006, was listed as receiving 941,027 Google shares, which were valued at more than $442 million. That was not a bad return for an investment, especially given the payoff came within less than a year. Artis Capital Management, which invested $8 million, was listed as having received 176,621 shares valued at $83 million. So what are the YouTube founders doing now? Javed Kareem. Javed's entrepreneurial activity did not end there with the sale of YouTube. In 2008, he co-founded University Ventures, now called Y Ventures, with Kevin Hartz and Keith Rabois. The goal of the new company was to help current and former students develop and launch their business ideas. In 2009, Kareem was one of the early investors in Airbnb Incorporated, a well-known marketplace for finding and renting private accommodations around the world. Y Ventures has also provided seed investments to companies like Reddit, Postmates, Eventbrite, and HEO Robotics. Several articles by Kareem on programming were published in the American magazine Dr. Dobbs Journal. Javed does not talk about his personal life and does not maintain a page on social networks. The public does not know so much about him. Currently, the entrepreneur lives in the United States and continues to do business and programming. Chad Hurley. In August 2013, Hurley launched another company called Mixbit, which does smartphone video editing. The app resembles other famous short video recording smartphone apps such as Vine, Instagram, and Viclone. The Mixbit videos were confined to a length of 16 seconds, and the software had similar tools to competing products. BlueJeans currently own the app as of 2018, and the name was subsequently changed to Zine. Hurley holds several investment assets, including a large share of Google stock. He is also a part owner of the Los Angeles Football Club and the Golden State Warriors, a basketball team based in San Francisco. Hurley was also the primary investor in a Formula One racing organization in the United States. And in 2021, Hurley tweeted that he was joining the ownership group of the English Premier League football club Leeds United. Steve Chen. Chen stayed at YouTube after the acquisition and left in 2009 to explore other options within Google. In 2011, he left the company, and in 2013, he launched Evios Systems with Hurley, which acquired Delicious from Yahoo. Avos worked on several projects simultaneously. The company eventually ceased operations in 2014, with Mixbit becoming its own company instead. Chen joined Google Ventures in 2014 and worked there until 2018. These days, he's an angel investor and lives in Singapore. The purchase of YouTube for $1.65 billion back in 2006 was as good of an investment for Google as the original investments in it by Sequoia Capital and Artis Capital Management. YouTube has a total of 2.6 billion users as of April 2022 and made 29.24 billion in ad revenue that year. The fact that you are watching this video on YouTube and have likely spent a few hours on it this week, multiplied by the world's population minus a few countries like China, or it is banned, shows the strength of this service. And we must thank the YouTube founders for coming up with YouTube. Thinking back, it was a simple idea that was based on observation. It was based on the long-standing need to share videos. The need was so big and so dire that it made its founders and investors hundreds of millions of dollars in just a matter of a year. But as it often goes in our world, the first ones to notice an unmet need reap the rewards. Since the launch of YouTube, a few competitors like TikTok have popped up, but YouTube still remains the main go-to website for longer videos. And we must thank its founders for giving us this remarkable website to share and exchange videos and ideas. Hope we will meet again on YouTube to follow the inspirational videos of other great personalities and the brands they built. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for our future videos. And thank you for watching.